beautiful women, we are talking about Rubi Rose. She's a female rapper, not so good at music, but it doesn't matter because she's still always talked about on these internet streets. And recently, she's went viral for saying something very controversial.
To be rich.
Like at least as much money as I have. We were literally just having this conversation outside.
What's like the minimum? What's the minimum number like yearly he got to be able to bring in, just so people know?
Like hopefully, I don't know. Like
no, say it.
I don't want to seem
it.
shallow. Okay.
You got a standard.
Okay. Like hopefully, like at least like $5 million.
A year?
A year.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay.
It's like, and not to seem shallow, but you know, you guys probably wouldn't date an ugly girl, right? No. So I don't want to date a girl.
Well.
What is but broke is $3 million a year or $4?
Wait, they got it. So he's got to make $5 million a year. How much is that a month?
I don't know.
So
I just
like
said
$400K a month.
About 4 to 5.
Estimate.
Okay, and you don't care what they do as long as they're bringing in their own.
No, I don't care. I don't want any illegal activity.
Okay, so no trapping.
No scamming.
No
Scammers.
No.
Dope dealing.
No.
None of that.
None of that.
They got to be like an actual legitimized business.
Something, yes.
Okay.
Rewind.
So I'm gonna stop it for a second. This is Rubi Rose. I guess she is a rapper and a social media chick. She said you got to make $5 million, and then she asked the guys, "Well, you wouldn't date an ugly woman." So she equates a pretty or decent looking woman to $5 million.
I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her, HQ and Mrs. Raquel. It appears she getting her desired outcome. Please, I don't mind calling down the middle. Look, why she got that ego? Why she say that with her chest like that? It's my understanding once she involved with the brother with the blonde hair, Drewski, huh?
Yeah, she done been with Drake. She done been with, lots of guys.
So listen here, there's a price. She told y'all her price. Like HQ said, they can ask for what they want. Just as long as they get their desired outcome. Y'all see her. She got her tongue out, money fanned. She winning HQ. Desired outcome, no?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can ask for whatever they want to. It's up to the person that they're desiring, whether they're going to come over there and pay the price. And apparently men are over there paying the price. So she can ask for $5 million.
Okay. So what you got, Raquel, if I let it go?
I think it wasn't Drewski. I think it was DDG.
Well, she was with Drewski too, but
okay.
So,
Dang. So she's been around. So I'm late. I need to catch up. Okay. Well, yeah, I think for her industry, I think $5 million is pretty, for the guys that is in her stratosphere. I feel like I know it's like not normal for someone on Kendra G to go up and say 5 million, but I felt like 5 million was pretty lowballing it for someone that's in her industry and is close to as many men that have more than $5 million. So
really?
Low. I thought that was kind of low, but maybe it's low like that because she has had all of these other people that she's been with. So I feel like, okay, you know how they say like the candlestick maker, the baker, ladies, you can't be dating 5 people in the industry. It's like you get one of those guys and you make it work, or you're chipping down your value. The more, like, if they're running off Drewski and God knows DDG and everybody else, then that's just kind of like that's knocking your value down. So I feel like 5 million was lowballing it, but I see why, because she has a history with more than one person in the game. So
lowballing it.
Guys heard you gotta make $5 million to get with Rubi Rose. And a lot of guys, I could already see them typing in the comment section and being pissed off. And I get it. That's really unrealistic if you're a lady asking a man to make close to $400,000 a month just to get your attention. But then this reminds me of another situation where a woman went viral for saying something similar.
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn, B.
I think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Now, this is B. Simone saying that she couldn't date a man that has a 9 to 5 job. Now, if we look at B. Simone, and we look at Rubi Rose, there is a difference. I mean, B. Simone is not ugly, but she is not Rubi Rose. Now, we could debate if Rubi Rose has, did some surgeries or things like that, but Rubi Rose is younger and obviously more appealing.
Listen, I'm gonna stop it for a second. I'll say this. I don't think any woman has the right or is in her right mind by asking for something like that. Now, if you are dating those men, you just doing it. It ain't. But I guess they asked her a question, but the moment she said out her mouth, she's a pass around. Like we just named off like 5 guys that she done been with that we know. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think shout out to Shaquille O'Neal. I believe he's on the interview saying that nothing cost $1 million. Not really. There's nothing that really cost $1 million freaking dollars. And so with that being said, what in the world have these women have them thinking that a man is going to, because when they say making $5 million, let's not get this misunderstood. They want $5 million available to them. Yeah, what do they say? It don't matter if you got it if you ain't giving it up. They want $5 million available to them throughout that year. Get that understood. I don't see the allure. These what are baddies? Are they assets or are they liabilities?
Let's look at it a different way. If a woman came up to you and said, and it was a room full of men, and in that room she stood at the doorway and she said, you have to make $5 million in order to talk to me. Now, would that or would that not rule out the bulk of the room? So maybe it's just a tactic or ruling out tactic that she knows if she says 5 million and you know you don't have 5 million, you're not going over there. But then she knows that only men who make that are going to come over. So she's knocking a whole bunch of men out of the wagon. So I don't have to talk to you. You already heard what I said that I wanted. So why would you come over here and talk to me and you only make 50,000 when I said 5 million? Maybe it's just a tactic to keep the poorer men away. That could be it. She knows it's not reasonable to be asking for 5 million. Most people know that that's bizarre. So maybe it's just a ruling out tactic.
I would say, like Raquel said, she is in close proximity to these men. So she's one thing about it, when we see these women on the Kendra show and some of these places, they're just up here wishing on a star. But you got women like Rubi Rose and some of these other women, they know the managers and the agents, and they got like the same managers or their managers are friends, and they can get in rooms with these people to where other women are just dreaming. Women like them, it's realistic because they're around these men every day.
Oh, so it's not delusional. So
the delusion is she's wasting her youth. So she's getting ran through, and then she'll be one of these women up here, 35, 40, saying there's no good men, yada, yada, yada. And we done seen this movie too many times.
What's up with these celebrity dudes? Like, is this what they want? I guess they don't mind having passed around. She'd have been with all of these, high earning, high level guys, male sex symbols by women's standards, if you will, the Trey Songs of the world. Like, why they really like these pass around hyenas? It's weird to me.
And B. Simone. And the reason why a lot of guys were upset at B. Simone saying that she wouldn't date a 9-to-5 guy is because B. Simone doesn't seem to be a woman that could get a CEO type of guy. She's not exceptionally beautiful. She doesn't have an exceptionally good attitude, and she's exceptionally selfish. And it's remained to be true that nobody wants to deal with B. Simone. So her saying not dating a 9-to-5 guy is actually silly because that's probably the only kind of guy that would date her. Any man that has access to all other types of women would never consider B. Simone due to maybe what her looks are and her attitude. But the question is for Rubi Rose, could she get a man that makes $5 million a year? Rewind. Let's look at Rubi Rose. Now, she's also an OnlyFans model.
Things like my main focus isn't that.
So how did you make the decision to
in
start
2020 during COVID, during the pandemic?
For what reason? Because
my ex did it, DDG. He started it first.
And how much does she make from that career?
I do whatever my supporters want me to do.
Pictures?
Pictures, videos, voice notes, messages.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you make a month?
It depends. You know, good month, bad month.
On like a horrible month, what would you make?
A horrible month, probably like 400,000.
Okay, I wish I need to do that. The more I talk to you, the more I'm like, I should just start an OnlyFans. Ruby's saying she makes.
So from that,
man, all you simps, man, y'all brothers is down bad. He talking about she make $400,000 on a bad month. But the thing is, a lot of that stuff is drying up for these women. There is a shelf life. So, and they be getting played. She said a guy's always getting them into it. Shout out to that DDG brother. I guess he just get the baddest. He got the Haley Bailey. He knocked her up. That brother just running through these women.
Sweet G, she appeared selling OF. The little white girl said, "I need to start me an OF. $400,000 a month. What that? There's the root of your delusion. I can understand it. They're like, what you gonna tell me? I'm not about to deal with no mediocre regular guy. I can go out here and play with my hobble squabble on OF for some twos and fews. Well, for a whole bunch of twos and fews, for bunches of dollars.
This is rarefied air, people. These are people that's just sucking up rarefied air. Ain't no way. I'd be tempted to do that OnlyFans too if I was making $400K
He's
a month.
sucking rarefied meats. That's it.
And I'd be over there too for the $400K. But that ain't gonna happen for HQ. But I'm just saying, I'm just gonna put it out there like that. 400,000 a month. That temptation would be really hard to say no.
That's terrible. Is that really tempted to? Is OF success really tempting to the average woman? I got questions. For real, like y'all up there, and
depending on what they want us to do.
See, ain't no depends. Yeah, I knew it. I don't want to hear depends all 2025. It depends. No, I don't. You know what they want. You know what they eventually want to see.
I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it for real, for real. If you desperate enough, maybe she was desperate. We don't know. But look, what shelf life does this young lady have right now? She got a good 5 or 6 years that she can do this right here.
I pity the fools that's paying for it. Y'all make me sick.
They making her rich.
It's the dude. Y'all simping dudes, man. Get y'all hands off of y'all Johnson and get up and go get you what you want. Stop paying for these. Oh, that's egregious. Like, ain't no way. Y'all really paying? Put a 1 in the chat if you got an OF subscription. I'm trying to see something. I'm tired of this. Gotta be some of y'all.
400K has got to be single men and married men. That ain't just single men.
You got to think about also special needs men as well.
Okay.
Hold on. Not so bad.
And they get a check every month, HQ.
Every month, girl. Every month.
So their subscriptions never stop.
The women. Because there is probably half of her subscribers are probably women.
Ain't no women. That's men. That's married men.
No.
We gotta look that up. We gotta look. I guarantee you that's mostly men, single men, and married men, and handicapped men, and the whole nine.
Well, it's obviously men, but I'm talking about the women.
Ain't no women. I bet you it won't be more than 20%.
That's still a lot, but it's probably more than that.
And that's just to keep up with, like, you know, what's going on, what's the game given, you know,
right.
So they're just out there. That's consulting work.
Man, there we go.
Career alone, Rubi Rose is making $400,000 a month. Now, let's look at something else, okay? Rubi Rose, let's say, for example, that she has a bad attitude, or she's rude, or she does something that's really stupid and silly. Would a man that makes the same amount as her or more, would he put up with her?
It was around the time, I think, when people was like jumping over gates and shit like that. So boom. So we was at DDG crib. We just in the living room playing the video game. And out of nowhere, bro. Boom, 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 boom. RR, stomp in. Don't say a word. At this time, they wasn't cool. It wasn't on speaking terms, so like she had came unannounced. She don't say nothing. She goes straight upstairs. DDG look at us like, we like, so we continue playing the game. She come downstairs. She come downstairs with some flight itineraries, the flight tickets. Just for context, I guess DDG had flew some, flew a little yeah or whatever, and put the thing in the trash. So she would dig through his trash and found it. So she come downstairs mad, bro. DDG not really paying attention. He playing the game. When I say, bro, she grabbed the big ass chain, bro, and threw that across the living room. I looked at DDG eyes, bro. That was dilated, bro. That saw nothing but red. When I say, bro, I'm gonna leave it at that. I felt it. I felt the yank. I'm like, ooh. Mind you, she did this in front of his. He stand up. Ain't no telling what he was gonna do. I know DDG. That's not him. That's not his body. He would never dare like do anything like that.
Yeah, right.
That look in his eyes though, it was a strong consideration. It's the way she snatched it, bro. Like his head yanked.
Right, you can hurt him.
And
You can hurt him.
the chain broke, and she threw that like it's not no regular chain.
I know, and the DDG, so it's just that.
I just remember me and B-Lou jumping up quick because I know every thought that was going through that head at that moment, bro. We couldn't waste no time, bro. So we go grab that, bro. Nah, girls, she popping her boom, boom, boom. She running to him to like, I grab her. She like fighting, like, leave me alone, get off me. Who the f is you? I have my chain on. She grabbed my chain. She said, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna break your chain. She said, who the f is you? I said, yank my chain off. I'm gonna show you exactly who the f I am. I bet you let that motherfucker go. We calmed them down, right? And we turned into therapists, bro. But they was talking. I'm not gonna say what they said.
Right.
That's federal. She was popping her. He was popping his. It's like they was having a who can put who down battle. So I remember me and Lou just like giving like the perspective from a like Ruby. Nah, you know you're wrong, but you know what I'm saying. You can't. We on DDG side. That's our nigga. Like they talking to us like, but he did this. She did.
Oh, they made y'all mediators.
He was real therapist. They ended up making up, bro.
Right there with y'all?
Yeah.
She gonna fix the chain and everything.
Yeah, she like.
She sent that money. For sure.
Yeah. Apologize. It was.
That was pretty much a story about a fight that happened or altercation that happened with Rubi Rose and DDG. We all know that DDG has a lot of money, not just from YouTube, but from music and streaming and everything else. And at the time, she did what she did. She snatched DDG's chain. She threw it. He was pissed off. He didn't hit her. She pretty much went into his house and did all that stuff. And guess what? She still was dealing with him. Now, of course, they ended up breaking up and with the Holly Bailey. But then after that, she was still able to get Drewski.
Oh, man.
Hell!
Just passing that coup de grace. Like I said, Drake was flying her up to Toronto. He was having a good time in the studio with Drake. She claims she never gave Drewski no coup de grace. All right, I don't know.
She do. I actually seen that. See what I mean? Is that the big man text? Listen, take it as truth. Y'all see Drewski. She don't like Drewski. I guess he do got a little personality, but yeah, he still got to pay the big man tax.
No, yeah, he's definitely got to pay the big boy tax, which is like usually friend zone, I'll cuddle with you, but no, it's a no, right? It never goes where they would like for it to go. So I agree with y'all on that. Bad managing of the coup de grace, like Repink said earlier. It's just bad management. And now you got these dudes on the internet telling wild stories of you acting inappropriately. How is that going to help you catch a bigger fish, a man of that $5 million you were just asking about, But one thing that I had a gripe with Kevin Samuels was that, the way women are raised to talk about money, we're usually taught not to talk about it. Right. So when you ask me the question, like when you say, how much does a man need to make? Like, I never knew what my dad's salary was. I never knew how much that was. I never knew how much the homes we lived in cost. So that's always like, I hate when girls get backed into this question because we always sound stupid answering it, or women, we always just sound dumb answering it because we usually don't have a real idea and thought of what something costs. I mean, I know I'm not looking at prices when I'm shopping, or usually I just don't ask those questions. So yeah, again, that $5 million, I probably would have found a cute way to answer the question, but not give a real number.
And we can probably say that Drewski has as much money or opportunity as DDG, or even more. The reality is that Rubi Rose has shown evidence that she can get a man that makes $5 million a year. She's already done it twice. So when she says that she wants $5 million a year, the average guy will look at that and be like, you're an OnlyFans model. You're a gold digger. But you see, she wouldn't be trying to date a guy like us anyway that has a problem with that. She wants to date somebody that's in the entertainment industry that would understand what she's doing. And is she attractive enough to do that? Yes, she is. She had Drewski, she had DDG, and most likely other rappers, I think like Lil Baby. So she has the opportunity for now to be able to say that. Now, will she have that opportunity in 5 years? No, she won't, right? But right now, I don't really have a problem with Rubi Rose looking like she does with the opportunity that she has and making that kind of money on OnlyFans to say, I want a man that make at least $5 million a year, simply because it seems like she makes $5 million a year. Now remember, $400,000 a month is a bad month for Rubi Rose. But check this out. You wanna know what the real issue is? Is when the woman says that she wants a man that makes $5 million a year, and you're like B. Simone. Got him! We see it all the time on Kendra G's channel, where a woman is asking for something that she really can't guarantee. Like, I have 5 kids by 5 different dudes and I want a man to make $300,000 a month, and she's like 5'2", 417 pounds. Then of course, we're looking at her like, you're insane. Like, why would anybody take you on in that situation? And guess what? You would be right. You're not lying about that. But in the case of Rubi Rose, or women like her who can actually get what they want, or at least can have it, it makes sense. Believe it or not, there's going to be somebody in the industry who like her because she's, I don't know, is she Eritrean? She's light-skinned, she's mixed, she's beautiful, she's accessible, she has a name, she has something going for herself. You know, a guy doesn't have to be spending all his money on her all the time because she has her own money. Yeah, it would make sense that Rubi Rose is a good opportunity for somebody to date, even though she's on OnlyFans model. But most of these chicks are OnlyFans models these guys are dating, and they don't have any money. So what would you rather do? Would you rather date a broke IG model that has nothing that could expose you in the DMs? Or would you take Rubi Rose, who looks probably just like them and has $5 million a year in income? Well, I'll probably take Rubi Rose that has $5 million in income. And I don't think that she's wrong for what she's saying. I only think it's wrong when you're somebody and you look down bad and you have a down bad situation and you're asking somebody to basically give you everything when you have nothing to offer. I don't think that Rubi Rose has nothing to offer. I mean, maybe to me, because I would never date her and I would never have a chance to, but it looks like she's asking for something that she probably can get, at least for the time being. The same thing with Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey can demand to get guys at her will that are very successful because of what she looks like and she's at the right age range. Will she be able to do that 10 years from now? No. We've also seen Amber Rose go through the same thing. So
that part. So it's a revolving door. Babica Fox, Lisa Ray, etc., etc. I would say these women are like vehicles. The only way to describe these women are like cars, unfortunately. And every new year, they put the new Cadillac out. It's going to cost as much as it's ever cost. All right. And 10 years from now, that 2025 Cadillac and 2035, I mean, the equity, it's like these women, same difference.
They gotta, and that's why they gotta use their youth and their kudakata and their womb wisely. But they out here use the kudakata is being abused. I don't know. This is what happens whenever ladies think they can move like men. It's just not the same. Y'all do not have the luxury of running through men. I can't stand when they say that. Can't no woman run through no man. You getting randed through. She gonna do this. Hopefully, what can be the best outcome? Hopefully, these sisters like the Rubi Roses save up their money. That's what Kev talked about. Can we get back to it? Kev talked about, do you have enough money? Once you retire, once you done doing no F and being a big CEO, do you have enough money to retire and ride off into the sunset without being banished to a retirement home where you're going to get abused? As long as you can do that, do your thing, sisters.
Yeah, I think that she can get what she's asking for. And I know that it's bad, but she can get what she's asking for. This is the rare occasion where the girl that's asking for the $5 million can actually secure the $5 million. Like, she's done it before, she'll do it again. Like, you know, he can be a simp, but doesn't mean that she's not gonna, you know, get what she's asking for. So
there's a lot of women out there Here's the thing: they don't ask for the $5 million, but they do ask for reasonable amounts of money. If a woman looks like Ruby, they can ask for $1 million. They might even ask for $10 million. We just had a woman. You all just did a review of that one woman who was in what was that? That snowy town, Colorado. She was Colorado. She was nice looking hair, parted down the middle, real straight. She was African. She was a virgin. She can ask for whatever she want to ask for. It just depends on what you have to bring to the table. If they got all that young youth, womb, all that good stuff, they can come to the table and ask for a reasonable amount. Not even a reasonable amount. They can come to the table and ask for whatever amount they want, and they probably will get it.
And in what form? That's the thing. Like I said, Rubi Rose, I don't believe she's looking for monogamy relationships. She gonna be a bachelorette for the rest of her life. I think that's where she's trending if she gonna make it make sense. But they can't get a millionaire guy to give monogamy and commitment. You talking about that African sister? She wanted a real relationship. I thanks the heck not. Can't no woman come up here and rightfully ask for, demand, request $1 million
and get the results. That's the second part. You can, like Ada Queen, you can say whatever you want. None of these women are getting the results. Not even one of them. We can't even point out one woman that has come on the internet and asked for this billionaire, and that we can say, oh, she got him. This regular woman.
Oh yeah, there's been regular women, not regular women.
And the regular woman, you know,
not
that
regular
came up
women.
here.
Not regular women, just women. Period. No regular woman, no women.
Exactly.
No regular woman is asking for $1 million.
I hear you. He says, y'all seriously think she makes $400K a month?
Gavin said, maybe, you know what? Maybe in the first month, right, Mr. X?
Yeah.
That first month where that allure is high, and then it falls off. So maybe the first month. But she said in her worst.
Yeah, she up here capping. Do we think she, like you said, has she been making over $400,000 a month every month for the last 5 or 6 years? I don't believe it.
She got to be doing some interesting things on camera to be making that kind of money. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Interesting, not interesting, nasty.
But I would say at the very same time, shout out to my girl Nessa from the Bernie Mac show. They claimed that she made $1 million on OF in a week.
Shout out to Nessa. I seen that, man. But see, she said, look, she said that saved her family. And that's a whole baby mama. That's so unfortunate. God dang, Nessa.
I don't know. So they say, I mean, and there is a ranking system over there, so they keep track of, the money.
I'm not going. It is what it's harlotry.
$1 million?
I'm not going. It's harlotry.
What you doing $1 million in 1
Well,
week?
she was on the Bernie Mac show. It's an allure there. It is. So
yeah,
you got some celebrity.
Right.
I think most of these harlot that can be their exit strategy. What do you think, Raquel?
I mean, so like there are women that do like surpass the hoedom, like the magics. There are some Magic City girls that make it past the popularity and go off and live a nice, cushy, pampered life. Like there are men with money that like corn stars. There are. I mean, there just are. I mean, even the president of the United States has a Stormy Daniels. I'm so baffled as to like, is it shocking? It's kind of like dope fiends,
I'm sorry.
Stripping and
it's not shocking to me, Raquel. It's not shocking at all to me. Not to me.
They said Nessa and baby girl on giving God baby girl. No.
Not baby girl, not baby. Oh, but baby girl was wilding out though, Mr. Walker. You got to look her up. Yeah, she is.
Who is baby girl? Who is
Bernie?
From
Bernie.
the show.
Baby girl?
Yeah. Yes.
Simply because it seems like she makes $5 million a year. Now remember, $400,000 a month is a bad month for Ruby.
Okay, so that's Ruby. We're gonna send Ruby to Glaze Galaxy
for shiggity.
And her $4 million.
We got us the gun line. Tell them about the gun line, boss.
We may not know
which way to go. Oh Lord, see, this shit is gonna be dangerous. Some dark-winged duck shit. Let's get dangerous. I play the fool for the fool. Everybody plays the fool sometime, and no exception to the rule. Listen, baby.